Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching a video called Top 10 Moments of Schumacher Brilliance. I know that, I believe this is a compilation. I know that Michael Schumacher, which I'm guessing this video refers to him, I know that he was, or is, I think he's dead actually. He was a race car driver, I think famously like from Formula One. I don't know if he like raced for some other circuits, but I'm guessing like once you like drive for one particular, I don't even know like what category. I think probably that's the right term. Once you're in one category, I think that's what like, because it's a sport. So like that's what you do like in your whole career. It's not like you like switch to that, from that to like NASCAR or Indy 500 or whatever it is. I'm guessing like you make your whole career like this whole thing, because I know that the cars are different. So because the cars are different, I'm guessing it's gonna be like a little hard if you're like, oh, I'm used to like this car, and then I'm not gonna switch over to another sport, to another category where the cars are different to the ones I know. And not only that, but of course like the race trucks are different. You know, it's not the same thing. Like if you're like spinning in a circle, or like if you're like F1, that I know it's like closed circuits. I think probably that's the right term, because it's not houses or anything, but it's like they do it on the streets. Obviously they have to like close down like some, like they have passengers, but it's just like in cities. I think that's my vague understanding of like Formula One. And I know that Michael Schumacher was one of the most famous like race car drivers, and one of the whole like legends of the sport. It's kind of funny because I know that obviously like it's like he was very good, but I don't even know like what makes like a race car driver like good in their sport. It's just because like they win a lot of prizes. That's the whole thing. Because in another sports, it may be a little dumb, but in some like in a different sport where you use like your body, I think it's easier to just be like, oh, you know, like that guy's great, or this woman is incredible. Because you know you're actually like looking at them like using their bodies in ways that is like, oh wow, incredible, like look at him like jump so high, or look at him run or something. But on like race car driving, I don't even know like what makes you like a good race car driver. I don't even know, because it has to do, I don't know, but I think it has to do a lot with also like the car that you're driving, because it's not just like your own and you have to be like a good driver, you have to like go fast. It also like your car needs to be a good car, because if you don't have a good car, then all that effort is gonna be wasted. So I don't know. So I'm guessing it's a compilation, super exciting. It's gonna be a lot of like adrenaline, probably, I don't know, but let's check it out and comment, like, subscribe, and start.
Michael Schumacher had struggled to reach the heights for which he was famed during his second stint as a Formula One driver. But
second stint.
In 2012, the German drove an utterly scintillating lap to take what would have been the final pole position of his career. A grid penalty for a previous infringement dropped him to 6th on the grid, but it took nothing away from what had been a superb performance and a reminder to all of the genius behind the wheel.
See, like he's a genius, but because he drives very good.
European Grand Prix, Schumacher was hunting down Jean Alesi, going wheel to wheel in the fight for victory. Then, with 3 laps to go, Michael made his move.
Yes!
What is he gonna do? Oh! In the Korea, he went ahead.
A fantastic overtake around the outside of the chicane gave him the race win.
He went on the outside.
And topped off an incredible drive
and he
that
won.
had seen him take 25 seconds out of Alesi in the 15 laps prior to his pass.
Okay, that's a lot.
To win with 3 stops, this is for me probably rates it amongst his best wins. So big congratulations to him.
Oh, look at them celebrating with the champagne.
Having won the first 4 races of 1994, the Spanish Grand Prix proved to be a little trickier for Schumacher.
Why?
As he found himself stuck in 5th gear for most of the race.
Oh,
despite driving
that's bad.
with an issue that would have seen many drivers retire, he not only raced on, but was able to match the pace of race leader and eventual winner Damon Hill.
And how come he managed that?
Home to finish in an excellent 2nd place.
Oh wow! With a
victory
faulty car, he made it the 2nd.
1992. In changeable conditions, Michael felt the time was right to switch to dry tyres, and it was an inspired decision. Once those ahead had made their stops, Michael had taken the race lead. and he held on to claim
because,
the first of his 91 career victories at the very track on which
the tires made the difference.
Just 1 year before.
I don't know why, but when I was in the motorhome today, I thought I'm able to win this race, and I thought, I think my dream doesn't come up. And then suddenly the situation changed.
It happened,
for dry tires, and it was absolutely at the right moment. I really can't describe it. I mean,
Look at them bathing in champagne.
Crazy.
Fighting Fernando Alonso for the 2006 World Championship, Schumacher delivered a stunning performance at the Brazilian Grand Prix that matched even the most memorable of his race victories. A puncture on lap 9 dropped him to the back of the field.
Oh my god, I almost thought he was gonna like...
a lap down.
Oh my
He refused
god!
to give up, passing nearly the entire field on his way back to 4th place.
What?
Finishing just 24 seconds off the race winner.
Okay, that's
He missed out on
crazy.
the Drivers' Championship, but he won all the plaudits.
Yes, yes. Props to him. Oh, and it was his final
Schumacher
race.
made his debut with the Jordan team at the 1991 Belgian Grand Prix, standing in for the team's regular driver, Bertrand Gachot. The 22-year-old German was immediately on the pace and would qualify 7th fastest for
Oh my god, look at this like fire coming out of the tires and out of the
Sadly,
car.
his race would be cut short on the opening lap with
Why?
clutch failure. But this one
Oh, the car
qualifying
failed.
session had already done enough to attract the attention of other teams.
Okay,
And
so
then
that's the
an immediate
idea.
switch to Benetton.
Yeah, so
Very happy with your results.
successful.
Yeah, sure, I'm really happy. The car feels really good, and it makes a lot of fun to drive, and also for the time, I'm really
He's like,
happy.
it's fun. Yes, of course. Look, you're driving very fast.
In 1998, Mika Hakkinen was 16 points clear with 5 races to go, and Schumacher knew he needed a strong result. With the Finn leading in Hungary, Ferrari tried something different.
Catching traffic, I want them in this lap. Pronti, tutti fuori, tutti fuori.
Schumacher switched to a 3-stop strategy, but he needed to post qualifying style laps
Oh my god,
every lap
they did that thing so fast
to give
with a
himself a
tire.
chance of beating the McLarens. Setting fastest lap after fastest lap, he stormed to the race victory.
Oh,
thanks to
wow.
a combination of team strategy and one of his
Yeah.
finest drives.
I'm guessing like the car, yeah, it's a combination.
The ideal result, and that was one of the dreams I have.
He's just like, he can't even drink it.
Having
He's just
been
like
caught out
pouring
in
it
a
in his
wet-dry
face.
qualifying session, Schumacher started from 16th place on the grid in Belgium in 1995.
16th.
However, come race day, he mastered the changeable conditions, making a string of overtakes and fighting off his great rival, Damon Hill, to take top spot on the podium.
From 16th
What?
on the grid,
From
do you really
16th?
believe you could win this one?
I knew it's going to be possible to drive certainly in the points and even probably on the rostrum, but to be first, no, I didn't believe this.
Of course you wouldn't. It's unbelievable. What? That's
Having
crazy.
sustained a broken leg earlier in the year,
A broken
Schumacher
leg?
returned for the final 2 rounds of the 1999 season, with some critics doubting if his trademark pace would still be there. But in
course,
qualifying, he
because
went
of
a
life.
full second quicker than anyone else, blitzing
Okay.
the opposition to take one of the most
He knew.
commanding pole positions of his career and silence his doubters.
Yeah,
It
he was like, I have
a
to win
truly
this.
remarkable comeback.
We expected to be strong, and I mentioned that several times this weekend. But to be second ahead, that was clearly surprising.
Oh, so he was surprised. It would be like,
Arguably Michael's finest ever
Told you.
moment came at the 1996 Spanish Grand Prix, taking victory
Oh my God, there's
in
so much
torrential
rain.
conditions. Having struggled with his Ferrari all season, especially in wet conditions, his performance on the day was out of this world
my God, they're-
and was a signal to all of his critics that here was a race of
they
the
think
Holden
it's
of
like they're going
genuine
slow,
greatness.
but I doubt
Having
it.
cleared Jean
It looks slow, but I know it
then
isn't.
caught and passed Jacques Villeneuve to set up what would be not only one of his finest ever Formula One victories, but his first win with the Ferrari team with whom he would write his name indelibly in the history of the sport.
Oh, yeah, it was with Ferrari.
The Spanish Grand Prix.
Oh my God, there's so much water in the racetrack.
Drive.
It's amazing. If anyone would have asked me how much I would bet on this, I wouldn't have even bet a penny on it. We have not
You wouldn't have bet on him.
anyone. I just pushed it to the victory, and the car has been superb, especially at the beginning, and I was able to do the job.
Yeah, like that's incredible. It's so funny now that it isn't raining. Now that they're celebrating, like it's not raining. I think that's insane. Probably like the most insane one to me is the one when they were like driving in all that rain, driving in the rain, like like you have to be pretty careful. But I can't even imagine, like, I don't even know, like, how come they don't, like, stop, like, they say, like, no, we have to, like, stop for a little while it stops raining, it clears up, because is it safe for them to, like, drive at this speed in, like, so much rain? It looks scary, like, from the outside, and they didn't even show, like, the point of view of, like, the race car driver, but it looks scary from the outside. It's like, I don't even know. I'm guessing obviously you have to go slower because, you know, it's like it's raining so hard. But you have to go a little slower, but you're still going so fast that I'm like, oh my God, how come these people, like, they're not human? They have their own sense of, like, danger. It's probably not there, or probably you're so used to it because you've been driving like this you've been doing this for so long that factor of, like, hey, maybe I should, like, slow down. Probably it's not there. They clearly, like, they know what they're doing, but it looks like a scary situation when there's, like, so much water and you're going at that much speed. It's like, I don't even know, like, the safety measures that they take. But with this, yeah, it's incredible. I think probably my favorite one was the one when he, like, went from, like, the 16th place to, like, the second or the first. Well, no, he won. He was, like, the first. He was like, hey, how come you did that? And he was, like, very humble about it. All of them he was very humble throughout the whole thing. He wasn't like, oh, I knew I could do it. He was like, no, it wasn't, obviously I wouldn't have believed it. If you would have asked him, he would have told you, like, oh no, I'm not gonna win. Like, I'm starting in 16th place. Of course, like, it's impossible for me to, like, win this thing. And he did. So it's like, okay, but how did you do it? Like, I want to know more. Like, how exactly is it that you, like, managed to, like, you went ahead and, like, beat a lot of people and a lot of guys that were, like, going faster. So how did that happen? That looks incredible to me. It's, like, mind-blowing, and I can't really understand. And the other thing that struck me throughout the whole video, is that how important, like, he also, like, mentions how important the collaboration is between the team that does the thing with the car, I know probably the ones that design the car, I think that's probably, like, the team. And of course, like, the ones that do, like, they change the tires and stuff. And I don't know if they do other things to the car. But I think it's very important, like, that collaboration between, like, the car team and, like, yourself as the driver. I think that's very important. And you can tell that he was, like way up in his lane, because he, like, as he, like, won so many things, and he was, like, this incredible, like, driver. It was with Ferrari, so I'm guessing, like, he had, like, a lot of rapport with the team and with like, the guys designing the car and doing, like, all those things to the car, because otherwise I don't think you'll be able to, like, become that great just, like, on your own. And I'm not saying, like, oh, you're bad. No, of course not. But I think you really do need to have, like, you need to know, like, what kind of car you're driving and what adjustments need to be made in order for you, like, to be, like, the greatest and the best driver that you can be. Because otherwise, if you have, like, a faulty car, it's not gonna be that great. Although, like, we also saw in this, even with a faulty car, like, he managed to, like, get on top. So it's like, I don't even know, like, way out of this world. How come he was, like, so great at this? It's incredible. Even with faulty cars, he was like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna like, race this, and I'm gonna drive this thing, and I'm not gonna end up, like, last or anything. I know I can do it. So it's like, it's incredible. I think that he probably had a lot of confidence in himself as well. And I want to know, like, how long did it took him, like, how old was he when he started driving like, this sort of cars? Because I don't think that you like, drive normal cars. You probably, like, start driving, like, this specific, like, Formula One cars probably since you're a kid, maybe, or maybe a teenager. Because I'm like, how come you became, like, that great? Like, how old were you when you first started, like, driving cars? And what, like, sparked that passion? Because it would be, like, pretty interesting to see, like, how old was he when he first, like, got on the wheel of a car. Because I know that also, I think those cars are not, like, driven as normal cars. I think it's just, although they mentioned, like, the leg. So you probably do have pedals. My understanding was that you had, like, buttons on the wheel, but I don't know. They mentioned at some point that he, like, had a broken leg and he was maybe not up to his best shape. So maybe they do have pedals, but I don't know I have no idea how you drive one of these things. But obviously, like, he was incredible. And yeah, I love this little compilation. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you soon. Bye!